Previously on New Crits on the Blue Block.
Who are you?
Hagar! You solved a puzzle, left, and now you're in a grotto with Hagar just immediately conks out on one of the cots in the tent. Well, you can't walk over. The bridge is like kind of destroyed in the spots. Like you can see like these vines going over it. It looks like sometimes they like break through the bridge. So there's parts of it that are broken. You see this tall, like 8 foot tall, just red guy with like all this red clothing on him. And he has these 2 horns that kind of come up like a bull horns. Next to him is a figure in like a gray cloak. She turns around and you see like half of like her hair is blonde, and you see her eyes blue with a little bit of red in them. You guys just walked into this massive alcove where you see 3 individuals kind of like keeping guard. You see them kind of like posted behind these like big stalagmites. Which ones are the ones on the ground?
Stalagmites are on the ground because stalactites hold
tight. There's a lesson for all the listeners out there who don't know their tights and mites.
The more you know.
The more you know, man. They're hiding behind stalagmites. At the very back of the room, there is this massive like firewall, and you can see kind of through the flicker of these flames, 2 other individuals, one with like this horns that look like they are almost like bull horns, completely clad in like this red plate armor, and then with like this just massive great sword on his back. And next to him, you see a smaller framed individual with like a gray cloak that turns around as you guys enter the room, and you see her blue eyes with like this little tint of red inside of them. And at this point, Katon, you kind of see these her eyes, and you like blink for a second because you remember those, and then you get pulled, and you are actually running into the cave again towards this massive dragonborn that just murdered your father. So as you're running in, make a dexterity saving throw real quick. And remember, it's +0.
Uh-oh.
Right off the bat, let's see how Ben does.
I can't even tell what that says.
I know.
No one can.
It must be really high.
14.
Okay. So you
fall on your sword, you die.
Yeah, you turn around the corner, and you hear like this whistling, and then you immediately see what the whistling sound is. It's this mace that was gotten thrown and is hurtling towards you.
What kind of whistle was it?
It was like a Nerf football with
like
the whistles on. Remember those things?
Yes.
Yes. I lost those over the fence.
You throw it, you get it.
It's that whistle.
You hit it, you get it.
Is the Nesquik commercial I believe you're referring to?
Yes, I am.
Now remember, I did just pick up my father's shield.
Yes, but you rolled like shit, so sorry.
14 is shit.
Shittier enough to not get hit by a flying mace.
Whistling mace.
Do not question the DM. 70% is failing, Ben.
Yeah, a whistling mace has a +18 to hit. Didn't you?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, don't you know whistling mace?
Due to the whistle.
Yeah. It's very distracting.
They call it a speed whistle.
And it hits you like dead in the chest as you feel like you try to bring up your shield. You actually hear a few cracks as you can feel like your chest like implode a little bit on itself as you drop to the ground. And you hear like footsteps walking towards you as like you're like gasping for air. And this massive dragonborn stands over top of you as he like picks up the mace from you, and he goes, "I told you should have just stayed outside."
And with that, I attempt to like swipe at his ankles with my sword.
Okay, make an attack and roll with disadvantage because you're laying on your back right now.
Yeah, that's a miss. That's a 3.
Nice, dude. Nailed it.
And an 11.
Okay, yeah. So you go to swing, and he just like kicks your sword to the side, and then just raises up his mace and swings it down on you. And you have like you try to bring up your dad's shield just a little bit to stop him, as he just you just hear your arm just snap underneath this mace, and your arm just drops limp to the side, and you feel him like grab onto like the back of your tunic and just drags you outside the tunnel and drops you, and he starts to walk away, and he turns back and he goes, "Remember this when you go to fight someone again. You're too weak and you'll never be good enough." And he walks off.
Dad?
Right.
Dad, is that you?
Daddy.
What a dick.
And
Are you sure he's not a dick-born?
That's a very different race.
and as he hears Dick
We don't
Born, he
have that
throws the mace
expansion
back
yet.
at you and knocks you out.
This is a PG-13, sometimes R. We're not getting that far.
Yeah. He walks off, and you kind of start to go and like fade in and out of the consciousness, and then it just goes black. And then you start to feel like this motion of like being dragged. And you kind of like fade in and see like this grizzled man's face for a second, and you can see him like mouthing things off to you, but you can't understand what he's saying or anything. It's just blurring, and then you go back out, and you just kind of do that for what seems like forever. You're just going in and out, and then you seem to be like on a stretcher, and then someone's like touching you and feeling your chest, and you just feel like this fire going across your torso, and then it stops.
Hot,
Yeah.
double joke.
Double joke.
Thanks for explaining that was a double joke.
2 jokes in 1. You're welcome.
Just so you guys know.
God. Okay. And then you awake inside of a tent. A woman is on the other side. It looks like to be like a medic tent. You see her like turn towards you, and she goes, "Oh, you're finally awake. How do you feel?"
Where am I?
Well, you're back at the encampment for the north. You're lucky to make it out.
What of the pass? Oh.
If you're asking about your party, no one else made it back. But the general wanted to talk to you before when you woke up. I'll go and get him right now. I would say be still, but I think you got that covered. And she walks out.
Is my arm still like burned?
Yeah, your arm is like braced, and you have like a bunch of like gauze wrapped around your chest. Bandages. Wrapped around your chest, and then
I just imagine Gauss rifles. Like,
yeah, just hella rifles all laying along your chest. And then after a little bit, you see this big, like, just big dude just walk in, brown hair, has like a scar across his forehead, going like horizontally, and he walks in, and he kind of like just walks right to your bedside and sits down, and he just goes, "So I'm sorry for the loss of your father. He was a great man and even a better soldier. But I need to ask, did you see anything, or what did you see?"
Sir, I regret to inform you that we failed to hold the pass. We were... my commander, my father, was scouting ahead with others and within the party when we were ambushed from above. The cadet I was with was quickly dispatched. I retreated back to my commander, who was the only one left at that time. We had lost our other members before I was able to get there. There was a large dragonborn with them who carried multiple swords, who defeated my father and left me to die as he traveled to the pass.
When you mentioned the dragonborn with multiple swords, you see his face kind of pale, and he kind of like slumps a little lower and puts his like hand on his forehead, and you just hear him say, "That is not good news."
I do believe, yes, he referred to himself as that. Drax, I believe.
Grax.
Grax,
Yes.
yes,
No,
my
I
apologies.
know his name. He's a mercenary that fights for whoever pays the most. It seems the duchy's gone out of their way to ensure they got through this pass. I'm glad you were able to make it out alive, or at least dragged out alive. But I am going to have to inform you that you are going to be getting sent home. One, because you're now the only heir to your family, and also because, and he looks at your broken arm, I do not think that you are fit to be a soldier, and we don't have the rations nor the time to take care of you while you recover. So you'll be joining some of the other people that are leaving, and on the next wagon out, they'll drop you off at your home before stopping at Waterdeep. Thank you for your service, and I hope you have a better time back at your regular life. And he stands up and walks out.
As he does, I kind of like put my good arm to my chest and I just say, "For the north."
And he turns around and does the same thing, puts his arm over his heart and says, "For the north," and he leaves. Later, some medics come in and take you on a stretcher onto to a wagon. You guys, it takes about 2 weeks to get back to your homestead, and at this point, your arm is pretty much healed for the most part. It's still fucked up, but you have like a shitty splint on it. You can move it around. Now you have function with it. And they drop you off like about a mile up the road. They give you some rations and some some stuff and tell you to be on your way.
Throw you out.
Leave you a mile from
Did
your
they
house.
even slow the cart down?
No, they just kicked him out.
They just
They just rolled him out. You actually were still sleeping, and they just said bye.
yeah.
The back of the cart, they just shoved you off as they were
Yeah.
moving. You just kind of slid out.
And they actually forgot the rations. They just threw the rations are actually like a few miles away from you. They dropped them out further down the road.
But funny if they just threw them at you, as they like threw you out. They just like hit you in the head with the rations.
Yeah, they do that too.
8 days.
For the north.
Right for north here.
Beans for the north.
Yeah, so you're essentially at like where like your private road for your house. I realize listeners can't see the air quotes that I just did, so I just air quoted that private road, air quotes, towards your house.
Airpoats.
Airpoats.
Sorry, couldn't excuse that. Couldn't let that one go. Sorry.
And you start to like kind of walk down this road, and as you kind of look up into the sky, you see a like smoke and like in the air, kind of in the direction of your home, of your ranch. And as you get closer, like you're probably quarter mile away, and at this point you like know that smoke is coming from your farm. What do you do?
How much like heavy smoke, like smoke signals, or like
like a lot more than a chimney smoke.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
It's been a while. It's been years since I've been home.
Yeah.
So I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Perhaps this is normal, but I've never in my entire life seen. Maybe perhaps they've started doing something new at the farm. They're burning some crops or something.
They're just burning effigies now.
I don't know, but I definitely
It's a new location for
I
Burning
definitely
Man.
begin to pick up the pace.
This is the most Katon/Ben thing I've ever heard. You see smoke coming from your house. You're like, well, this could be normal. It could be doing some new stuff over there.
Maybe they started doing their own Burning Man.
No reason to be alarmed.
Oh, is it Burning Man already?
Yeah.
Just in time.
Well, because I asked, how much smoke? And he's like, more than a chimney. I'm like, okay, so it was a wildfire?
So 2 chimneys?
Suspicious amount of smoke.
A suspicious amount of smoke. More that would be like, hey, there's smoke coming from my ranch. I don't know.
You should have said a burning house amount of smoke.
A lot of smoke. So much
lot of
smoke.
Yeah,
a
then
cloud of smoke.
Then I'm very concerned. And
Okay.
I pick up the pace and I begin...
But also still thinking this could be normal.
But also still thinking this could be normal.
Still
I might-
reserving
I
the
start
thought.
running. I start running to my farm.
Okay.
But happily, because I'm curious what's going on.
He's kind of running like
Because it's normal.
side running.
I don't know. You guys didn't tell me. You gave me a nondescript amount of smoke.
Hey,
all right.
a nondescript amount of smoke is all you need.
You know Jake's not good at quantifying things like that.
Yeah, dude. That's why I try not to quantify.
Two pounds of smoke.
I'm not a quantifier.
It's
Okay.
a quarter billow of smoke. I don't.
Yeah. Like, how many billows are there in a smoke? I don't know.
Cumulus of
Talking
smoke?
bad air quality here.
Yeah. How many parts per million?
Real
Okay,
smog.
so you run to the farm. As you approach, you see non-regular things,
How many though?
like a few. You see the your farm and like the barn are like the farmhouse and the barn are like completely burnt and almost like collapsed in on themselves. You see what would be like your harvest, like this time of year would be like right before you harvest your stuff that you grow.
Crops.
Yeah, it's just like so many crops. And then so you see these crops and they're all like dead and decayed, like no one's been taking care of them for quite some time. And as you approach the farm, you don't hear any horses or anything like that, which is odd because like you guys have horses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
I am very concerned about the horses. I go and look for the horses. No, of course I don't. I run to the burning buildings.
Okay.
I collapse in front of them.
Okay, so you run to which one? The farmhouse, I'm
The
assuming?
house.
Okay, yeah,
where
so
people
you
live.
So you run
Humans.
to the house. It's smoldering, so it's not on fire right now. Like you can see that the fire has like almost gone out now. And the front door is kicked down.
I was gonna say I burst through the front door.
Okay, well
So I guess I just walked through it.
yeah. So now you just walk through it.
I dramatically burst through the door. The door is already open. I casually stroll through the front door.
So you run into the building and you see your mother's body on the ground. You see that it's all like burnt up. Her clothes are like have like burn marks across them. You see that actually some of it looks like it's been torn. And as you like approach closer, the spots of her face that aren't like scarred and burned look to be like bruised.
I kneel down next to her in disbelief and look for any sign that maybe this isn't my mother.
No signs of not being your mother. It is 100% your mother.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the 5 stages of denial now.
Okay,
so
all at once.
I would.
Cry would be a normal
Yeah.
reaction.
So, yeah.
for
So
that.
as you're going through your 5 stages,
Yes, as I'm going through my 5 stages of grief.
you hear like this soft little from your mother, and all you hear are the words.
Oh God, she's alive. Okay.
And then nothing again.
I start shaking her.
You're shaking a limp body.
I acknowledge that I do have my sister to look for, so I kind of compartmentalize what's going on and take that and just put it in my back pocket to deal with later, and turn around and begin looking around the house.
Okay, yeah, so you go around and start checking out the house. You look in like the parents' room and nothing. You look inside of like this like the main part of the house, and you don't see her anywhere. And then you go into your room, and when you enter your room, you see her. Mithra is laying across your old bed, her body bare and just like burn marks all over her body. You see large like gashes across her, and as unsettling of all that is, the most unsettling thing is her like deep blue eyes staring directly at you. And for a second, you swear you could see your sister's mouth like make the word why.
I don't know. And I just sit on the ground in my room in front of her.
You hear some voices on like the other, because like you'll say like, your room is on the far side of the house, on like the back side. So you hear some voices, and they say, "Well, that's the last building that needed to burn. Let's pack up and get out of here before dusk. Don't want no patrols finding us out here."
I kind of crane my head towards the direction, and I stand up. I glance around the room really quickly. Is there like any kind of blanket or anything left?
Yeah, there's like a burnt up blanket.
Mm-hmm. I put it over her because she's completely naked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's concerning. So I put it over her, and when you said that I saw her mouth those words, like, do I get the impression that this is just something that I like, kind of a figment of imagination, or
She has
dead?
no pulse.
Yeah, she's dead. Okay, so I close her blue eyes with my hands, because that's what you do in every single situation in which there's a dead person with open eyes.
Of course.
Yeah, because you can't not do that in a movie.
Well, it's
Or
not
a
movie,
story.
but okay.
Yeah, or a story. And I cover her up, and I turn and walk towards the sound of the voices.
Okay, yeah. So you walk back outside and go around the building after covering up your dead sister, and you see two men kind of packing up their like small camp, and you see you see one guy has like a bat, and the other one has looks like unarmed.
I just watch them for a second.
They're packing up. They're just putting stuff away.
Can I discern anything from the situation? Do they have any particular markings? Have I seen them before? Are they're just some people?
Roll real quick. Just you don't have any modifiers. So what's the number you rolled?
That is a straight up 1.
1. No, you don't remember them.
You don't even know they're human.
In fact,
Yeah.
you've forgotten things.
You've forgotten things.
You don't know your name anymore.
Do I smell smoke?
Do I smell smoke? Somebody must be barbecuing.
Burning something?
Yeah.
Oh my god, my mom!
You immediately contract amnesia.
You could.
You see, it's a contagious disease.
Unable to discern anything from anything, and I have now actually lost knowledge of how anything works.
Yep.
I just begin to walk over to them.
Okay. Yeah. So you just walk over to these guys, and they hear you walking up, and one of them turns around, like pulling out this baton, says, "Hey, stop right there. Who are you?"
Do I still have my sword?
Yeah, you would have you would have like your army, like
Equipment.
equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, I slaughter them.
Okay. Roll.
So not how the game works.
Yeah, I don't slaughter them. I rolled a 3 again.
Yeah,
Good
you
God.
get your ass beat. So you pull out this sword, with your like still broken arm that's still healing, and you go to like.
I would think
swing
I'd
at-
use my other arm, but okay.
Hey,
No,
sure.
no,
No,
you're
not with
stupid.
a 3. You don't.
Not only do you not know anything about
You actually
anything, you
re-break your arm pulling the sword out of
Yeah.
the
So you pull your sword out. You pull your sword out and you run over these guys and you start to you start to swing your sword and he goes to block it and you just feel the pain rush up your arm and you just like let go of your sword and they just spend the next 2 minutes just beating you to a fucking pulp.
Okay.
And then they're like, well, that was fucking weird. And then they keep backing up and you're just laying there and they get their stuff and they look at you and one's like, you think we should kill him? Like, nah, he's just a fucking weakling. Just leave him.
Nah, that would be weird for the story.
So, yeah, we don't really need to kill him. We'll just leave him here, let him die on his own or whatever. I don't really care. So they pack up their stuff and they start to leave. And then you hear some loud clickety clanks. Ching, chang, stuff like that. And then you hear this, oh, no, we should have left earlier. Oh. And then after a little bit of you just like laying on this ground, like one eye swollen, you see a woman like lean over you, fully clad in plate mail. And she looks down and she says, need some help? She puts her hand out towards you.
And I take my good arm.
Did you just roll for whether your guy knew it?
Yeah, because that was a joke because you made me use my bad arm to swing a sword.
Jesus.
I used my good arm
Bitter.
to get pulled up as opposed to trying to use my broken arm to do
Okay.
anything.
Sounds good. Okay, so yeah, you put your hand out to her and she picks you up and she says, my name's Astrid Honorbloom. I'm part of the Paladin Order. We saw the smoke and came to help, but everything looks pretty bad.
And they didn't even bother to ask questions about the smoke. They just came.
They probably thought it was nothing unusual.
Yeah,
They thought it was normal smoke. Yeah,
They just wanted to
smoke.
investigate some.
They
normal
thought
smoke.
everyone thinks it's
Party
Burning Man.
and we weren't
This
invited?
is the time of year for Burning Man. Everyone sees smoke and immediately assumes someone's burning an effigy
or an actual person,
or an
in
actual
this
person.
case.
Yeah.
More than likely.
So she picks you up and she says, "Is there anyone else?"
No, there's no one else. It's just me and you, and you're here to help, but you can't help because there's nothing left.
There's always something left.
Look around you. Where? Why am I always late? Why is there nothing here? Where have you been?
I can understand your frustration, but
Yeah, you understand.
I have lost a lot as well, my child. That is part of living.
I as I'm saying this, I'm like pacing. I like walk over to what's left of the building. I like kick some wood that just kind of like crumbles.
But part of life is continuing after you've had loss, to see what you can gain. And I see a young man that is able-bodied. You say you're always too...
as he turns and his arm just
So
flails.
it just kind of flops around.
my eyes all swollen, my arm is broken.
Maybe a little beaten, worse for wear.
Work
but
in
still,
progress.
A work in a diamond in the rough, if some might say.
Oh no!
Very rough.
Yeah.
What's
hey,
with you and
right?
Aladdin?
Hey! I gotta go with it. Now I gotta fucking just lean into the Aladdin-ness.
You, small boy, have a friend in me. As you reach out your hand.
Yeah.
For this.
And then that song plays.
Toy Story?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just more.
Oh, I was
we're
going to start
just-
singing.
Oh boy.
You have a friend in me.
No,
Okay.
I'm very
I
mad.
guess
None
you
of this is
could
funny.
have gone with like, well, small boy, you've never had a friend like me. I guess you could have gone with that.
Yeah,
That
but
would have been better.
Huh, a lot of friend songs in Disney.
yeah.
Well, it
makes
would be
sense.
weird
Oh,
if
how
it was
sweet.
like I hate you.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Or would it?
Okay.
I don't know. So continuing on with the game that we're playing,
Yeah.
she looks back at you and she's like, so I get it. You've lost.
Everything. I have nothing left.
Well, then you have everything to gain, right?
Who do you think you are? There is. I was taken from my home for no reason. I've killed people, and my father, he's gone. I don't even know why. I don't know what there's nothing we accomplished. There's nothing here. And then my home, and
I've lost people as well. Many have lost people. What are you going to do now is the question. And at this point, she like puts her hand on your shoulder, and you can just feel like this warmth kind of run through you as she casts lay on hands. And you feel your eye kind of like unswell. You feel your arm like start to like adjust, and she pulls her hand back and says, "If you need a new home, you can come with us." And at that, she just turns around and starts to walk away.
In that moment of like feeling the first like warmth and kindness since I initially left my home. Everything for the past 2 years has been like war and death and a lot of death.
Yeah, some more death.
And a lot of pain. I think of the loss of my father, the loss of my mother, the loss of my sister, the people I've killed, and I just break down. I collapse to the ground and sob uncontrollably.
She stops when she hears you just sobbing uncontrollably and turns around and kneels down. She's like, I almost forgot to ask, do we need to do any rites for anyone here?
No, I just can't leave them like this.
We can help you bury them.
If you could help me bury them.
And you see her like motion towards some of the other paladins that are kind of standing behind. And they walk over, and you guys spend a little bit burying them. And then after you are all done burying them, she says a few words in prayer to Sanri. And then she looks over to you and she says, do you have any last words for your mother and your sister?
I'm sorry. And I stand up and I pack up my stuff and I turn around.
You pack up your stuff. They all whisper a prayer to Sanri, and you leave your home and travel to Waterdeep to the temple of Sanri and begin your training as a paladin. And then you're back in this cave.
And now we're going to go all into that.
And
you
you're
awake
back
the next morning. The bed is hard.
You are back in this cave with all your friends, and you are looking in these deep blue eyes with this hint of red again, and you just feel this emotion just like flood through you. All the memories that you've tried to suppress are like coming back up to the top. And yeah, so hey everyone. We're back.
What happened?
Katon just blanked out for 30 minutes.
Yeah, Katon just passed out for a few. So you guys see these 3 individuals in front of you, the fire.
Do they know we're here?
They seem to be like, they don't see you like right now. But you do see them like hiding and like peeking over the stalagmites, kind of like waiting for someone.
So the rocks are like humanoid sized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Not enough to where they can like you can see bits and pieces of them.
Right. But gives you okay, got it.
It gives them a decent amount of cover. And you guys are just like in the entrance of this. They're about 60 feet away from you.
Okay.
what do you guys do?
They're not doing anything to us?
They're not doing anything right
I
now,
weep
but you,
uncontrollably.
Yeah.
yeah, you guys look over and Katon's just like crying.
Oh, not again.
Again.
I don't know.
And you do hear this bear-like creature that's on the other side that these two red people are like having their hands outstretched to. That's like made of these vines, like these ever-changing vines, like roaring, and it seems like bits and pieces of it like erupt into flames and then get extinguished by like these vines that are trying to like contain it, and then again like erupt in flames, and it's just like happening over and over again. And you can especially Leaf, you can feel at this close of a proximity to it, you feel its anger and its pain, just like almost to the point where you can't even hear yourself think. It's so loud.
There's not much in there anyway.
Damn.
Just get over there and weep some more, okay?
Yes. So
the pain.
hey everybody, it's your DM Jake here with literally everyone. Let's just go around the table real quick. Shot fire. Go, Katon.
Katon's my clad. Ben Cheney.
Fire?
Yeah, why,
Yeah, shut up.
why
Why
did
did
you?
Hold on. No,
wait,
shot
wait, wait,
fire.
wait,
Wait,
keep
everyone
going.
stop the freaking train.
Yeah.
What is shot fire?
I don't know. I was going for like a quick mode kind of thing, like hurry up, let's go.
Also, I don't think you're supposed to say his name for him if you're shot firing
Yeah.
him.
Okay, next person.
That's not how we shot fire things.
Matt.
No, you know what? My wrists are really sore from being tied up. My shoulder was tweaked because my arms were so tight.
Sorry about
you
that.
guys tied that way too tight. I appreciate you thinking how strong I probably am, but that was a little too tight for the gag. Okay.
Okay. Can you actually tie me up tighter next time?
Oh yes.
That's going to be my bit. You took it from
I
me.
stole it from you. Sorry, you didn't quick
maybe
shot
choke
fire.
me.
Yeah,
Maybe
quick
choke me.
fire
Fire.
I don't know how to quick shire fire.
You're
Quickshire fart.
you guys are
It's a
lucky.
Hobbit thing.
It's a hobbit halfling thing.
You guys are lucky I untied you at all. Okay. And
Okay, guys.
Okay, let's get down to business, all right?
Who's here? Hey, we have Ben.
Matt's here.
Christy's here.
Joe's here.
and Brian's here.
Cool. And we just want to say thank you, everyone.
I thought we were gonna all say it at the same time.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Guys, at the same
you,
time,
everyone.
ready? Want to
Thank you, everybody. Okay,
I said it first.
Stop.
That was good.
Try.
One more time.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, everyone.
Hey, look at that. We can do
You
things
said
together.
buddy.
I said everyone.
Oh, I missed it.
Come
Oh
on,
my
man.
God.
All right, just move on. Just move on, please. Tell them where they can listen if they're even listening anymore.
Just touch Mike.
If you
Well, first
want
you
to.
can follow us on the social medias. Bring that back.
trying to make that
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
I had
gonna
a problem
bring
with
that
this
back.
last time, okay? And I didn't have a voice in this.
Shut up.
Sorry.
Follow us on Twitter at New
You
Crits
still don't.
and on Instagram at New Crits on the Block. Make sure you subscribe, rate, review us. Please, we need more reviews. Go on Apple. We need 1,000 bajillion reviews.
Yeah,
So
give
we
us
can
reviews.
Be Critical Role. We're gunning for them.
Quick fire shot those reviews.
Fire shot real
Fire
quick.
shot.
Or listen
shot
to
your
us on
fart.
Google. Review us on there. Subscribe to us on there or wherever else you get your podcasts. We just love that you guys are listening to us.
Yes, we do.
Seriously,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
You guys are the best.
You're the best. You're awesome. The
Yeah.
best fans ever.
We love you.
And yeah, we love you and stuff. So
And we're going to do a giveaway, $1 million out of Jake's
Okay.
pocket.
Oh, Jake's pocket. Yeah,
Jake's
yeah,
pocket.
yeah.
yeah, just email me at you're never gonna get $1 million at gmail.com.
Well, got to make that Gmail now.
Yeah, so that's going to happen.
But thank you guys so much for listening. We'll let you get back to the episode, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
So what are you guys doing? They don't see you quite yet. So yeah, what do you guys?
I'm doing what Aweyn always does.
Oh shit! What's
Sneaky
that?
sneakers. And
Bingo. I'm like,
Disappears.
I look at everything going on. And I take one step towards the rock face of the wall and just try to blend. Or I'm like, whoop. I
Okay,
try to blend in.
do that, and I will roll their perception.
And I do have my cloak of elven kind,
Yes.
which gives me advantage on stealth rolls.
Whoa, bro.
Okay, just so you know,
Okay.
I'll be utilizing that. That's a 14 plus 8, so that's 24.
24.
Nope, 22. Excuse me.
Looking pretty decent.
22 or a 17 plus 8,
I don't think any of that does
which
it.
is
None of it does it.
25.
You die actually.
Oh, I'm dead.
25.
All right, well, 25 for my stealth roll.
So somehow, even though it's just a clear wall on the side.
Well, I imagine there's a lot of shadows in here.
Yeah, there are. There's a lot of flickering
Because of the
shadows
light,
and stuff
I
like
figured
that.
I can kind of blend in with that.
You like army crawl along the wall
No, I just do the thing where I just like get up against it and push my back up against it and just kind of shimmy around.
Okay, yeah, that
Yeah,
works too.
that's what I do.
Yeah, you
I don't
shimmy around.
crawl.
Okay, well,
Never.
I
I'm
say
not
you
a
crawl.
peasant.
So
Aweyn
now you
doesn't crawl.
So yeah, so you shimmy across the side of it. You get
Yeah,
about.
I'm gonna start working my way. So since it's a circular kind of a cavern, you know, essentially, and they're all behind this cover, I'm gonna start working around so that I can get behind their cover.
Okay. Let me just make sure none of them. Okay. Yeah. No, they don't see you.
Okay.
Because you said what was 25 was your highest.
25 was my highest.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they somehow do not see a person coming in.
I'm super sneaky.
You're super sneaky.
Who is the closest
Don't
person to
discredit
me?
my sneakiness.
To you,
Yeah, just like within like arm's reach.
Beardrum.
I nudge Beardrum and just go, here we go. And as I like kind of like make a motion towards Aweyn, not army crawling.
You don't see him. Your
You don't see me?
Your
Yeah,
passive perception is not good enough to see a 25.
I look over him.
I look over where Aweyn is and I just go, oh god.
So you
I look over at Katon. I'm like, what? There's nothing there.
Yeah, exactly. Where did he go?
You just see like the cartoon puff of smoke where like Awen's body was.
Yeah. In the perfect shape of his body. And
Yeah, it has
running
like
motion.
little dotted lines that are like blinking where he was. And Aweyn, you kind of make your way. We'll say that you get to about where the first stalagmite is.
Okay.
Like on the far side of the wall.
Sure. I'm not gonna do anything yet.
Yeah,
I want to see how this all pops
so you're,
off
You're
first.
probably about 10 feet, 15 feet away from the full plate.
You know what I'm
guy.
gonna do actually? So if I cast a spell, does that do anything with that high? I don't know.
You would have to like pull some stuff out of your.
I'm only
pockets
gonna be
and stuff
casting
like
Hunter's
that.
Mark.
So
it's I'm not like, really like it's nothing that they can see or
with the 25. I will say that you are still. I won't make you roll or anything else. With the 25, you're stealthy enough to like pull some components out of your pocket and whisper some words.
yeah, that's all I'm gonna do is just cast Hunter's Mark on one guy just to get it ready.
So for you, you have one guy that's clad in full plate mail. He has a sword and a shield.
Okay.
One that has a spear.
Okay.
And then the other has a wand and is in like light cloth.
a wand?
A wand.
I'm casting it on the guy with the wand.
Okay, so he's further back. He's probably the furthest to you and the closest to the.
That's
fire.
fine. My Hunter's Mark is 90 feet, so I'm gonna cast it on him and just keep it there for now.
Yeah, so you're like 10 feet away from the full plate mail. You're like almost parallel with him as you're just like up against this wall. You have your cloak to like help you create a little bit more shadow on yourself. Yeah, just like pull. It's like a camo one. It like just it goes to whatever color is behind it. So you just have like this rock camo, and you're like Batmaning it right now.
Okay, I'm Batmaning. Great.
with the Batman references.
dude, Batman's
Aladdin
awesome.
and Batman. As soon as he vanishes,
Yeah. What are the rest of you guys doing? You just see him and walk
so
away.
the lighting in here it's pretty dark.
It's
where-
dim enough to where you're having to utilize your dark vision.
Okay, so I would be able to possibly sneak around as well, or if I looking at the light in this room, I would be like I might be able to.
Sure.
before
Hey, Beardrum, you could do whatever you want.
No,
You know
I know.
what?
I'm trying to ask
hey,
you
the
light.
moon's
If,
the limit,
if,
bro.
if you were Beardrum and you're looking into this room that you're creating,
No, that's the wrong one.
That's not even it.
would
That's not even it.
what?
the sky's the ceiling.
Oh,
Sky's the moon.
no,
That's
the
the
sky's the moon,
I tried to
baby.
throw it in. I tried to throw it in. I
Sky's the moon, baby.
It's been a while.
No, I'm wondering basically if
Since the sky was the moon.
I love that is Aweyn stealthy enough to sing that?
Yeah. Aweyn's singing it while he's casting. That's actually how he casts Hunter Marks. It's been a while.
yeah.
I just
going
assumed
through my
he's-
barbarian training that I've had,
Yes.
would I look at the lighting in this room and go, I can potentially make it to that rock without somebody seeing me?
With your barbarian training, you look at the person and say, I can run at this guy and stab him in
With
the
your
face.
barbarian training, you were never taught what sneaking was, guaranteed.
Well, I'm a different type of barbarian.
I'm not like every other barbarian out
Yeah,
there.
I'm my own person.
Different.
I am my own barbarian.
I'm a different
My
barbarian.
barbarian
I'm a cool
training.
sneaky barbarian.
Yes, you determined that
I don't
you could probably
identify
smash
with all
rock
the
in
other.
half.
I don't identify with all the other barbarians.
Okay, I was also a
God.
soldier. So my soldier training?
No.
Here's the thing: you can do whatever you want.
You do whatever
Joe.
you want, but don't try to reason it with I'm a barbarian.
I'm a barbarian, so
Okay.
I'm a barbarian, so I have.
My
think I know how these
question
components
was
work.
the amount of lighting in here. Does it seem like lighting that somebody would be able to sneak in? Was my question.
if
I walk out in front
It's
of this
dim light.
rock,
It's
are
dim
they
light.
going to be like, hey, there's a guy right there, and I'm going to be like this, oh shit, or am I like, it's kind of dark in here, I can maybe make it? That's what I'm asking.
you can maybe make it.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. I'm going to try and sneak over to that little.
Over to make it. Over to where?
You're not
Over to
gonna
where?
make it.
Where?
I'm going to go to the other closest guy. That's.
So
are
you're-
we seeing Aweyn now, or is he still completely?
We'll say
No one sees me.
no one sees me.
We don't get to know where you go.
Do
or
we know the
anything?
direction he went? We didn't
Nope.
see anything.
You guys
Okay.
know nothing.
apparently he didn't say anything when he left.
No,
and your guys' passive perception. What's your passive perception? Is it 25?
Yeah. Actually, it's 26.
Yeah, I know that's bullshit. So no one saw him.
Wow.
If he didn't say anything,
Wait,
he
but I have
just snuck
advantage.
off.
I have advantage on passive perception. So
If you're in range.
what?
No, what?
No, it's
You're
just my
stupid?
shield. Anyway,
So you do start to sneak out.
I'm going to immediately try and get behind that rock so I can.
So here's the thing. As soon as Aweyn vanishes, I think to myself, yeah, that's a normal thing that can happen. As soon as I see Beardrum start to try to sneak away,
Describe how you're sneaking.
I
Describe
immediately
that to
use
me.
the rest of my lay on hands.
Very
myself.
cartoon-like, where I like pick up my hands like the Karate Kid and like tiptoe.
Are you saying every time with every step?
Okay. Yeah. So make a stealth check, I guess. And they will roll to see if they, I guess, see you and stuff.
Jesus.
Well, really, he's not that unagile.
No, what's your stealth?
Just +0.
Okay.
At least he doesn't have disadvantage like I do.
Yeah, that's true.
6.
Not that it matters.
Yeah, that's about right. It's about how I thought I'd.
I just wanted
see
to
that
run over
again.
behind the rock and hit the guy.
I just love it. With my barbarian training, do you
Yeah,
think?
my extensive barbarian training.
I'm just saying they were.
I graduated
tactful as
magna
well.
cum laude of barbarian school. Barbarian U.
I mean, on some level, being like a mountain dwarf
Or like
barbarian.
magna cum laude.
Yeah, we
probably
would use-
did spend some time.
We
like-
would
Can't
use
sneak
like
well.
the environment to our advantage. We're not just gonna be like "Ah,"
Get
every
it?
single time.
I get it.
Fair enough.
That's what was my point.
It's not completely.
I basically was trying to get
unreasonable.
him to answer my fucking question, and he wasn't.
It was
so
just
that's what I
funny
was
that
trying
you
to
said
do.
that.
You guys rolled 20s.
Boy.
Okay. So they pierce me with their Cyclops vision, and I die.
Like
They
you take
see you, and at you like as you start to walk, you kick a rock. Immediately, like you don't even leave the party before you start making noise.
Okay, then I just start running.
And they immediately see you, which then makes me say, "Hey guys, roll initiative."
Great. Great strategery, guys.
20, bitch.
Natural
Oh,
20?
now
Yeah.
you roll
Me
a
too,
20.
dude.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I gotta find.
Yeah, we don't give a shit, Jake. we don't give a fucking shit.
Don't give a fucking shit.
9 for Katon.
24 for Aweyn.
Nice.
17 for Leaf.
Shit.
20 for Beardrum.
Nice.
15 for Borel.
Shit. Okay. So
Your nices and shits were very inconsistent.
yes. Aweyn,
Yeah.
your turn first.
Yeah.
No surprise there.
Can I see that they saw? I assume I even saw.
Yeah,
Beardrum
you-
walking out there.
Literally, even the bear saw it. Oh, the bear stopped. It was
the
like,
bear stopped putting up a fire.
hey
it was
guys,
like-
that's uncool. Trying to
So
sneak up
do
on
I
us.
have a shot at this wizard? I assume wizard character.
He has what was it? Half cover. So he would have a +2 on his AC. but
Can I move? Can I continue to move to get in a better position?
I will, but if you want to stay hidden, I'm gonna have to make you another stealth check.
Another one?
Another one, because now it's your turn, brah. And they're aware that there's people here.
Can we be too concerned about a wizard having a +2 to AC?
I don't know.
With
You
your
may be, but
hit chance?
I still don't want them to know I'm there.
I think that's his biggest thing.
Yeah, do whatever
Yeah.
it is that you want to do. I'm just
Okay.
saying that I wouldn't be too concerned about
So
his AC.
stealth roll.
Yeah. And he's gonna make an active check. We'll say since you're with him,
21. 13 plus
Man.
8.
you sneak.
Yeah. Okay. so I want to sneak into a better position.
Okay. You can with 30 feet. Is that your movement, right? 30 feet.
35.
Whoa.
So does that make a big
with
difference?
35, we say you can almost get pretty much behind him.
Okay. Oh God. I'm
Are you going to pants him again?
maybe.
Handsome.
Okay. I'm gonna hold.
You're gonna
Action?
You're gonna ready action.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
ready action.
What's your trigger?
If I see him starting to make any sort of wizardy flaily movement, I am shooting him.
Oh. Okay.
So I have my bow and arrow drawn and just waiting for that first little flick of his wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist.
At the flick of the wrist.
At the flick of the wrist.
So
I'm unleashing on him.
What about no flick of the wrist? What if you just cast without flicking the
No,
wrist?
I'm waiting for that flick of the wrist. All wizards have the flick of the wrist. Don't even. I mean, I love the flourish.
Wiles have the wand.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe he's just a conductor.
Yeah, he's a maestro. He's like, I'm just a band leader.
Okay, so Beardrum, your turn.
All right. Well, since I kicked this pebble and now everybody's staring at me, that kind of pissed me off. So I'm going to enter rage. So I'm like, I can't fucking do anything right.
Dude,
My barbarian training is
that rage is
prepared me.
Your temper is just
Yes.
very quick.
Yes. So I'm going to run up to the closest guy to us.
Yeah, it would be the guy in plate armor. He's the guy to your left.
Thank you.
Him.
Thank you. Guy to my left. So I'm going to run up to his ass and I'm going to reckless attack him.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, you get hey. Hey, are you young and reckless?
Yeah, I'm young and
Is this
reckless.
also going to be the first time you've
Wild
ever
and
actually
free.
used a reckless attack,
No, it's the second.
which is like the basis of your character?
Well,
It's not-
whatever.
hey.
I'm trying to make you proud, okay?
He's not reckless, okay?
You fucked up your stealth roll and then entered rage and entered the reckless attack. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do.
18.
18 to hit?
Yeah.
Oh man. That actually misses.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to reckless attack again.
Okay.
That one's going to miss. Fuck. 16 on that one.
Wow. Okay. Well, then it doesn't matter.
So you
Right.
run over to this guy sitting on a rock, just screaming loudly as you go to do like an overhead strike. He just puts his shield out and just pushes it to the side, and then you go to like hit him again and like swing around like for his chest, and again he just puts up his shield again and just deflects your strike.
Fastest man alive.
And then it is Leaf's turn.
Oh, shit.
So you got Aweyn. You don't know where Aweyn is actually.
Okay.
You know Aweyn is somewhere sneaking around. You see Beardrum sprint over and just swing recklessly with no care in the world and missed. And then you see the guy with the spear looking like he's starting to run towards Beardrum.
That's the guy on the right.
Yeah, and then you have one guy on the right in the very back who looks like he's ready to shoot some flames at people.
So this guy with the spear,
Yeah.
what does he look like?
What?
What kind of?
How's his hair?
What's his story?
What's his deal?
Does he look like a
Is he cute?
smart
Is he single?
guy?
Look like a smart guy.
He's got glasses on.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we know what that means.
Well, then
Yeah.
that might not
I
work.
punch him right in the face.
Yeah.
Is he like buff?
I smack his stupid glasses off his face.
I love that she's trying to pull off a fighter ability right now.
I need to know what kind of guy he is.
like buff?
Is he hot? Or...
Checking him out?
No.
What is his eye color?
Does he have a nice pump going? Like, what's
What
going on?
what zodiac sign is he?
I got you. Okay, he's Taurus. He is 5'6".
Okay.
Wait, Taurus is like, that's his sign?
That's a
Yeah.
sign.
Oh, I thought that was like the car he drives.
Well, he
I
also
was a
drives.
Tauran.
He also
a
drives a
Taurus?
Ford Taurus.
Okay.
So he's
He's a
economical
Taurus
too. I like
driving a
him.
Ford Taurus, and he is a Taur. Yes.
She's trying to figure out his stats, but that's
he is of medium build. He's got glasses on, brown hair, blue eyes, and just a really good looking face.
Okay, so
he's
a pretty
Brad
boy
Pitt.
then. So he might be
looks
kinda,
like Brad Pitt.
Would you say he's kind of a dumb guy? Or?
All right, that's it. That's all I'm getting. I just described what he looks like. Maybe
Most
talk to
hot
him.
guys are
Hey,
dumb, so
hey,
that's
maybe
go
try
for it.
talking to him.
Huh? No.
Try saying something to him.
Definitely don't want to do that.
Okay, well then, fucking do something.
Ask him a math equation.
Yeah. Hey, what's 4 + 4?
He's stupid.
I'm gonna cast charm on him.
Okay.
Trying to get at him or something?
So I'm
she's
trying
like,
to,
oh, he's
She is trying to get at him, yeah.
yeah. It's like he looks like
Is
Brad
that
Pitt.
He's the
wisdom?
best dude. All right.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, wisdom.
He's got to pass a 30.
18.
Fuck. Well, he beats it.
Well, this is going good.
So you cast a spell, and he looks over at you, knowing that you cast a spell, and said,
Can they do that?
"Yeah, they know that you cast a spell on them. They can tell."
There's an awareness.
He looks over to you and says, "I'm gonna fucking kill you."
Oh, great.
Oh, okay. So he's Brad Pitt from Fight Club.
Yeah.
Say Brat Pitt?
I meant to say Brad. Brad Pitt.
He's actually
Brad
actually
Pitt.
just a sausage.
Well, in the world of
Hey,
in
Brad
the
Pitt.
world of Faerun,
It's Brad Pitt.
It's Brad Pitt.
Okay,
Brad Pitt. Yeah, we tried to get Brad Pitt on here to play this character, but
We couldn't. We can only get his brother.
we could only get his brother Brad
His
Pitt.
slightly less attractive brother, Brad Pitt.
Yeah, it's like the Hemmingsworth, but for the Pitts. Okay, so after that, do you want to move or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna hide behind Katon. Yay!
Okay, so you're just gonna move. You're moving 5 feet behind. Okay.
Yes.
And
you're
that's
gonna
your
use the hide
turn.
action.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the hide action.
So then it's the knight's turn, and he is
wants me
going
to
to
use it.
attack Beardrum.
What?
Yeah, he's like,
Why?
he's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you first because well, it seems like you're the kind of the weakest and you're the closest. But why? And I don't want opportunity.
I'm sorry, did you just call me weak?
Okay, he misses his first attack, and then he crits on a second one.
Okay, cool.
Wow, he rolled an 8 out of a D8. So 16 plus
How many hit points do you have?
5.
That many.
Okay, well that's that.
Well, you have your rage.
But
You
he's
have
but
half.
it was crit.
16 plus.
But you half that.
Well,
Right, but crit would
eight
double it.
times 2 is 16.
Oh,
Plus 5, which
Oh,
is
gotcha.
21.
Oh, and
Okay.
then you cut it in half. So
Half that.
10.
Okay, I thought you were
So
already...
10 damage.
Okay.
Woo! No, he can't roll 16 off of a D8. Or at least a single D8. Maybe I can. Wait, let
Well,
me
you
see.
can if Christy's doing the math.
Hey.
Look, I don't know what's going on behind
Okay,
your stupid little DM freaking...
So he swings once,
Walker
and
thing, right?
you're able to like scoot out of the way. You're like you kind of sidestep the first strike,
I laugh at him like, who's
and
weak
then
now?
with his shield, he just punches you straight in the face.
And then I go, oh.
And then it is Burl. Burl, it's your turn.
Burl hell.
I'm gonna cast Crown of Madness on that guy that just punched Joe.
Whoa! What does
Crown
that
of
do?
Madness?
First off, what the fuck does that do? Second off,
You don't remember?
What do I roll?
We did that one already.
Yeah. Okay.
But for the podcast's sake, okay.
When the hell was that?
Yeah, we got dumb followers,
When you
so
were
we need to
fighting the
make sure that they
slags.
know what's going
Wow.
on.
Okay, I just want to apologize behalf of Joe. You guys are not dumb. You're just slightly less smart than we are.
Well, except for you, Tony. Tony, you're an asshole. And
Aw, poor
what if all of our
There's
all
going to
of
be
our
like
listeners are
100
Tony?
Tonys commenting
Yeah,
on us.
like,
That's like our whole
no,
fan base.
That's only our listeners are all Tonys. Thanks. You just made us.
Or like Tony's going to message us.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, man.
Those
Tony
idiots.
555.
Offense.
Sorry, can you read that spell?
Yeah. One humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration. While the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head and a madness glows in its eyes. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature or if none are within its
No
reach.
Quicho.
No Quicho.
So it has, but it has to
Cool.
attack first. So,
Yes.
so the only person he can attack first is
No,
Beardrum.
of my choosing.
But he can't move.
Okay, I'll read it again.
Okay.
actually,
The charmed target must use its... What?
Go. No, you're good.
The charmed target must use its action before moving on
before moving.
each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose.
Okay. Now where is he? And where is anyone else he can attack?
I'm just going to firebolt him right in the face.
Firebolt him. There you go. Firebolt. Borel's gonna firebolt.
And I miss.
Oh my god.
Someone else's turn.
Can we just
Okay.
leave? Can we just leave the cave? Can we just go?
Yeah.
No, actually a good point. I leave.
Do you?
No, I don't fucking leave the cave.
Hey, you guys are the controllers of your
I
own
cast
destiny.
Crown of Madness on myself.
Okay. With that, it is Katon. It's your turn.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No.
I guess everyone else went. You're right.
You know,
Never mind.
no, it's not your turn. It's all of my turns.
Yeah. Is it really actually all of your turns?
No.
No. Okay.
Next it will be.
So what's the guy look like on the other side to the right of Joe?
Of Beardrum,
My apologies. Beardrum.
he is in like leather armor.
Okay. I charge him,
Okay. You run at him.
and then I just stop in front of him and say hello.
Oh, he's like, hey man, how's your day going?
And then I stab him with my sword.
Oh, okay.
So I attack him with
I
my
thought you were gonna be
sword.
diplomatic. It would be the first time you guys ever.
I roll a 3
Good lord.
So you miss.
with your dice that you gave me. That rolls super good.
No, roll
I
the other
didn't
one.
tell him I loaded it. I got it so loaded.
And then I roll a 2.
Oh my god.
We finna die.
Okay.
What?
Well, you missed twice. So both the frontline guys that are not doing shit, you run towards him and you swing a lot around him.
I do stop and say hello because it's just as effective.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you say hi, and he's like, "Hey, man!" And you swing your sword around him, and you just honestly
Do you like this sword? Isn't it cool?
You just kind of flail it around him. Swing. And he's like, "Oh, cool, dude! Nice sword, nice, sick."
Yeah, and then I'm like, "Here, do you want to stab me now?"
Yeah. He says, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I'm not."
He says, "Yeah, I do."
Actually, bro, I really do want to stab you. I roll
A 20.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck.
No, he doesn't roll a 20. He rolls
19. Sorry.
19.
I hate this.
16.
Yeah, he misses.
Fucking
16
nobody's gonna listen to
misses.
this shit.
Okay, he goes with his spear and he goes to poke you, and you, while you're flailing your sword around, you just kind of step to the side, not really paying attention to the fight. You just step to the side while flailing your sword
Because
around.
you get impressed by it.
Yeah.
What's your sword? This is pretty cool, though.
Whoa! Look
And
at it
then
shining.
he
in the
rolls
light
a
in the-
13. I don't think that hits either.
All right.
So both of you are just flailing your swords around.
I could do that too.
It's like the beginning of a kung fu movie where they're just like doing the nunchuck thing at each
Yeah,
other but
yeah.
not hitting each other.
You're both
This is what
showing
I'm
off.
capable of doing, in case you're wondering.
You're both showing off your sick moves.
You don't want to fight with me.
He
Take a look at this awesome power.
He spins his sword around, his spear around his head a few times.
Yeah.
Does a couple flips and shit.
Oh boy.
Just wait until I fucking stab you. And then
That's what I say. That's why I pick up line at the bar too.
and then it is
the chicks.
the guy in the very back corner, the guy in the robe.
Oh.
He is going to throw a ball of fire at somebody.
Okay.
Which does trigger. He flicks the wrist.
Oh, look at that flick of the wrist.
So before that, hey, for all the viewers, I'm flicking my wrist so hard.
Oh, as soon
Can
as
you-
I see-
I hope you can hear it.
Oh, you're so loud.
Maybe I can hear that.
Just
Maybe.
just the slight
Everyone
change.
flick the wrist. Hurry,
Like,
go.
My elven eyes were so focused on the angle of his wrist. The moment
Any movement.
any
He sees
movement,
a muscle in his forearm twitch.
that was it.
Okay, and then you take your attacks.
And you roll like 1, right?
No, 16.
Yes, that'll do
16
it.
plus. I assume that hits.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just roll both
his-
of them here.
20.
And a nat 20.
Yeah. So what was your 16
he
plus?
comes to
Just,
save the
just
day.
16 plus
Give me
what?
those dice.
16 plus
And I rolled 20.
plus
Cool,
10.
cool.
So
Okay, yeah.
26.
So not even a shield would help him. Okay, cool. Yeah. No.
Nope.
So I think on instinct he is gonna cast shield still.
Okay.
So that's he goes as you just hears this go off and he and he turns to the side to look at it as this arrow he like has enough time to put his hands up and try to shield it, but the arrow's already in his like reach and just stabs him. And then he like puts his hand down, like to grab the arrow and like looks back and hears another and he's like shit.
And you know what's making that noise? My mouth is.
He's not even the arrow.
Not even
so
the arrow.
stealthy that he actually doesn't make the noise, but just for fun, he makes the noise of his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was kind of hoping you had like Nerf whistle darts on it.
Oh, God. Yeah. All of our weapons are Nerf weapons, actually.
All he hears is
No nerfs
first is
were hurt
first
in
is
the
a
making
D8
of this
plus
video.
5.
Or audio.
Video. Yeah, what are you stupid?
3, so 8.
My video podcast.
and then your hunter's mark.
I know, that's that. 8 plus, so that's 10.
Okay.
10 for the first arrow.
And then your second one gets Colossus Slayer.
Correct.
Oh my god.
You're adding Hunter's Mark too, right?
Correct. So this is my second. So my second was the crit. So 7 times 2 is 14. Plus 5, so 19. Plus my hunter's mark is 5, so 24.
And then your Colossus
Plus my Colossus Slayer
is the D8.
Yeah, another D8.
So
is a 7.
24 plus 7, so what, you're at
31.
Yes, plus the first attack.
So 41 damage in total.
I only did 10 the first time. I guess I did. Yeah.
Yeah, you got 10 the first time. Yeah. So you sneak behind this guy and just the first arrow hits him in the shoulder. The second one goes right into his eyeball. Yeah. And you just see him. He's like flame. He like goes to go.
Dude, that fireball
I had a really cool spell plan, and he dies.
I just can't wait to.
Is there
fucking
anyone around
hear
him?
about this from Aweyn.
there are people behind him.
Oh, and you know you will too.
Forever.
Is there anyone within 30 feet of him? Can we just say for fun the fireball goes off as well and
No.
blows him up in the
No.
No, you
no,
can't
I
say
killed
that
him
for fun.
first.
The only person that's within that range is Aweyn.
Oh.
Okay, so
the idea of
he's
him being
he's
like-
gone. No one else saw that, so that's cool. You're still hidden.
I am also changing my hunter's mark over, which I can. Well, I guess I can do that next turn. So
Yeah. I'm just gonna see
You
if
do it at the
either the
death of the
people
character.
inside of the firewall
is a
see
death,
you.
yeah.
Do you remember what you rolled last night? It was like a
22, I think.
22.
It was a lowish 20.
Okay, so
Five, I think.
That was my first
That was the
one.
first
And
one,
my
yeah.
second one was a little lower.
So as you kill this guy, you see one person, the big that's in behind the flame wall. You see that big red creature that has like the red plate mail. You see him turn and like you kind of like look over to the fire just to see what's happening over there, and you guys lock eyes.
oh, damn, he saw me. Shit.
Yeah, you rolled high.
He heard the.
Yeah, he heard
That's what you're. I'm like, damn it, Aweyn. Always a showman.
and
Well, those
then
aren't horns; they're ears.
with that, we are back at the top of the initiative. Aweyn, it's your turn.
Yes, it is. So I don't like that. I'm going to. Who needs the most help here? Nah, I'm going to try. So the one closest to me would be the one in the leather armor, correct?
Yeah,
With
the leather
spear?
armor,
Okay,
the-
so I'm going to switch my hunter's mark to him,
Okay.
which I can do as a free action.
Yeah.
I'm going to move away from I assume the guy that just saw me.
Yeah, the flaming wall of doom.
Yep. So I'm going to kind of move away and take 2 shots.
Now, I totally forgot to tell you this before. You are hidden.
Yes.
You do get advantage on your attacks. I don't know if you need it,
I didn't need it at that point.
but
Am I still hidden?
You're
Or
still. If one guy you're hidden from your attacker, so I think that's advantage. I'm saying advantage.
your call.
My call is advantage.
I call advantage
He
also.
doesn't see you.
Yeah, they haven't noticed him yet. Just the other guy.
So 16 plus 10, so 26 for my first attack,
You know that probably doesn't hit.
and a nat 20.
Fucking yes.
And by the way, I rolled his dice just now. I got a 20.
So
Yeah,
they're
let's
loaded.
get that.
Why did you say that? It's
I got a 7. There you go.
Okay, roll again. But roll again.
Okay. 14. But it was,
Okay, roll
it was
5 more.
one,
No.
it was one away from a 20 though.
All the listeners, I have a player with a loaded dice in this game. Everyone tweet Matt and tell him to go fuck himself.
So 6 plus 5 is 11, plus my hunter's mark is 1, so 12 on my first attack.
Okay, 1 second. Let me get my calculator out.
Okay.
12.
You got it?
Yep.
And my second is the crit, which is an 8 times 2 is 16.
Oh my god. I'm happy.
Plus 5 is 21, so 21 plus hunter's mark is 3, 24, plus Colossus Slayer is 4, 28.
Your damage
So a
takes
total
as long
of
as
4
Ben's
damage.
Backstory does.
Okay. Okay.
And I
Only
love
I'm
it.
happy about one of them.
I'm happy.
So you
Matt's just running around one-shotting people over
I
here.
am doing it with the sniper, baby.
you
Headshot.
move to the next target.
Boom.
And
Boom,
you
headshot.
shoot this arrow, and again this guy is like he's like swinging his spear in the air.
Yeah,
above his
that's why I
head.
target him. Like, I don't like this asshole.
He's spinning. He's like, "Look what I can do!" And he gets hit in like at the back of his shoulder. And as he turns around, he gets hit like right in his tit. Right. In his
A tit hit.
Oh, it's a
He's got
titty hit?
hit. Yeah.
Damn. You got a tit hit.
But it was a crit hit.
I like how everyone tried
We
to
were all
fight
there.
to
We
get
were
that.
all we were all like, don't be for me. Don't miss. It's my
I
job.
was gonna say a crit hit for a tit hit, but
No.
Ours are better.
Yeah,
you
wait.
were a little bit nice.
That's why.
Crit.
That's why we're players in your DM because you suck.
Sure. Yeah, that's
Leave the
it.
clever things to us.
pretty much is what I do.
Just tell us what the rocks look like and leave the rest to us, okay?
And
First
the
off,
one
we
guy.
got this.
And don't
there's
forget what the
still-
smoke looks like. Okay.
There's stalagmites. They're not rocks. Okay. Yeah, so you shoot the first arrow. It hits him in the back of his shoulder. He turns around to say, "What the fuck?" And then you shoot the other arrow, and it goes in his tit. And he grabs his tit, and he's like, "Ow! My tit."
Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
And he's still up. Barely, though. He's bleeding heavily
Good.
out of his tit. And then it is Beardrum's turn.
I'm going to reckless attack this fool again.
Oh, shit.
I'm going
on,
to hit him,
Beardrum.
man. I'm going to hit his ass. Yes! Nat 20, baby.
Yes.
On the first hit. And then a 21 for the second hit.
Do that with you rolled advantage. On the
Oh, I
second
didn't roll
hit.
advantage.
I know you hit with a 21, but just
Try to
in
get another
case.
20.
Okay, 24 or 26, excuse me.
Okay, yeah. So you crit
24.
on him. You did that.
I crit on him.
You didn't have anything to stop.
Because I crit on him.
Just can't crit you.
Well, that's Ben.
So the first hit
Ben
is
says.
12 plus... so it's 12 plus 7 is 19. I think, right? Yeah, 19 for the first hit.
Okay.
And then...
Your damage is currently +2 until you hit the 9th level.
Yep. And then 7 for the second hit. Oh, no, sorry. 12 for the second hit. 14 for the second hit.
Those are all different numbers.
So 19 plus 14.
Yeah. So you shoot you Warhammer.
I warhammer his head.
Yeah. So
I warhammer his head.
so.
What are you, Shaq?
When he misses his second attack, you use the stalagmite. You put your left foot on the stalagmite and leap off of it to get up to his head, and you smash your warhammer down, and you just hear this loud as you hear you see his helmet dent in a little bit, and then you get down to the ground and you just do an uppercut and just smash his face back up, and you see him take a few steps back and is wobbling at this point, and you see blood leaking out from his helmet.
So he smashes his head into his chest and then smashes it out.
Yeah.
I kind of repaired it.
Yeah, he's readjusted it. He's gave it a little spinal
basically
rotation.
I'm an early plastic surgeon.
First he goes, "Oh, my neck," and then he's like, "Oh, my face."
Well, I imagine you're just a chiropractor. You're just
So he's still up, and then it is Leaf.
All
You
right.
saw the cast.
I like that as your slogan. It's Leaf.
It's Leaf. Me the whole time.
I'm still a cat for some reason.
So metal guys looking.
Metal guy's looking bad. Leather guy's looking bad. Everyone's looking bad.
Everyone's
Katon's
looking
just
bad.
swinging a sword around.
Yeah,
Okay.
This thing is
Katon's doing some
shiny.
really cool martial arts showmanship
I'm
right
gonna
now.
cast heat metal on metal guy.
I think you have to touch him.
No, I don't.
You don't?
60 feet.
Never mind. You don't
You're
have to touch
actually 65 feet away from
Then
him.
I move 5 feet up and I cast it.
He's 7. No.
I'm gonna run right
Okay.
up to him.
Sounds good. So you cast heat metal.
Okay. So
Can you word that to me?
so I choose a manufactured metal object, such as a suit of armor, which he's wearing, and that you can see within range. You cause the object to glow hot red. Any creature in physical contact takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause this damage again. If the creature is holding or wearing the object, it must make a Constitution saving throw or drop it if it can. If it doesn't drop it, it has advantage or disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Well, so it can't drop its armor.
No.
So that's
That is a spell.
It can take it
specifically-
off. He could get naked.
Yeah, that is a spell
Well,
specifically
first-
designed
It takes
for
like
heavy.
15 minutes.
so does he take damage this round or on his turn?
He
No,
already
this-
takes the 2d8.
Okay, so roll 2d8.
And kill his ass.
I need another.
The die.
What level spell is that?
I would give you mine, but
I got it.
I would also
spell.
give you mine, but mine is metal.
No, I'll give you mine.
No, I don't like yours.
Yeah, don't use the
my
metal
better.
dice for the heat metal.
Tray.
You don't get to use my fucking tray. No,
11.
Add it up yourself,
11.
bitch.
Yeah, so you cast heat metal on this guy, and for a second you don't see, you cast your spell and you have your hand out, and for a brief second you don't see anything happen, and then you see him quickly trying, you see him pull off his helmet, and his face is just burnt and scarred, and you see him trying to get out of his plate armor, and he drops to the ground wiggling around, as then you Beardrum, you just hear this and he is dead on the ground.
I go, whoop, you killed him.
As his metal heats onto his skin.
That's the one next to.
Nice.
Hooray!
Extra me.
So it was going to be that melty guy's turn next,
Melty guy.
but melty
guy.
is
Melty Man.
dead.
Melty
Melty.
Melty.
That's actually his name, ironically.
That's
was
my favorite
Melty.
Mega Man boss.
Melty?
Melty Man.
Melty Man.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it is Borel. It's your turn.
All right.
Because you guys kill. You guys are fucking murderous fucks. You just murder everything. What if you had a family? Huh?
I
Well,
hope
they
they did.
they have a melty dad now.
Yeah, I know all. I know
we took
all
care of the
about
cremation
families,
for them.
actually.
They got a melty ass
Oh,
dad.
wow, that was kind of.
So
Well, hey, maybe you shouldn't arrive late to everything. You know.
Including the podcast.
Yeah, maybe your family would have made it.
right,
All right.
Katon's,
Magic missile. See if I can finish him off because I know he's hurt.
Oh, dude, do it.
Do it.
Hey, do it. Blast those missiles at him.
Nice.
4, 8,
11.
9, 10, 11.
Plus
14.
14. Yeah, so you shoot a bunch of bolts into his face. You see one, like, since he's turned around, like he has his back to you, one hits the back of his head, and then he tries to turn around, and as he's turning around, each bolt hits his head to where he can't turn around, and the last one just hits him, and he falls to the ground, unconscious. And as he does,
The music from Rocky plays.
Aweyn, can I get a perception check real quick?
Yes. 9 plus 5, 14.
That is good enough to see this.
Whew, okay.
See this.
So the man that you, or the creature that you locked eyes with, the one with horns, you see him turn around and pull off just this massive greatsword from his back, and he walks through this wall of flames, and you see him raise his hand as this flame gets thicker, and these pillars of fire just erupt from the walls and the floor around you. I sense the troubledness in you. Troubled senseness in you.
You are obviously not very
You
good
are
at
full of
competition.
troublelessness.
No,
You are
I'm
having
not.
trouble speaking.
I